As we move towards 2020, that is when we would know really what are the commitments for implementation of the Paris Agreement, and we start 2020 implementation, we're going to see that it would be necessary to have in place the frameworks that govern particularly trade, investment, the exchange at the international level of knowledge and technology, as well as capital, to have in place very robust frameworks that could really address the tensions and hopefully not, but likely conflicts and competition between various countries as they again race towards addressing the issue of climate change. And so this is where the climate change relationship becomes absolutely critical. Basically, without that framework, there is no viability for the Paris Agreement.
So what we have seen this week, when the Global Carbon Project has released its quite recent report, so at the global scale, emissions are again rising, roughly with 2% per annum compared to the last year. And I predict that we will see even rising emissions over the next few years because of the coal issue. So in that sense, connecting climate policy and trade in the G20 requires 3 steps. First, phasing out fossil fuel subsidies, transforming the whole system to coordinated and convergent carbon pricing schemes. If we have convergent and increasing carbon pricing schemes, so then there is no need for border tax adjustments, because border tax adjustments can be very harmful for international trade. And additionally, it could be also harmful for climate policy, because in many, many countries like China, the export sector has a much lower carbon intensity than the domestic sector. If we penalize via border tax adjustment the export sector, so then we are at risk that at least we increase emissions. So in that sense, border tax adjustments are probably not the best way to harmonize trade policies and climate policies. A setting where basically there are coordinated increasing carbon prices is a much more promising pathway forward.
I think the G20 is a very good vehicle to move faster in terms of cohesion, in terms of agreements that could make a difference. But what we need is a G20 that will start thinking not only at the national level, but also at the subnational level, where we will find real implementations going on. So I think that a good step for the G20 in this direction would be to start thinking on how to implement this agenda, working with cities, with provinces or states, and also with firms. So I think that would be a great achievement for this agenda.